What is the Chalice Gold project and why did Corazon want it? And what does this deal mean for Corazon shareholders?
Yes, the Chalice Gold project is an old operating mine which is about 22 k's west of the Higginsville processing plant, which is owned by Westgold. It hasn't been mined since 2014. It's been sitting there dormant pretty much. There's been no work on ground either from any exploration or drilling since then as well. So what it means for us is it brings ounces into the company. It brings a tenement package which is on a mining lease. It really takes us out of it being an explorer now into a pre-production company.
Chalice has a 191,000 ounce resource at 2.7 grams per tonne gold. What is it that attracted you to this resource?
So it's 191,000 ounces that you say at 2.7 grams, which was done in 2014, right? That's where the attraction to me is. So that was done when at a gold price of $1,700 US per ounce within a constrained shell. There's upside from day one. You look at the current gold price, it's well above that, 2-3 times that. We optimise this at 4,000, the resource increases. It's open down plunge in the underground sense, which is currently what the resource sits in. There's also a lot of potential at surface as well with an open pit cutback, which we'll be looking at chasing that down as well.
What are the most exciting drill targets at Chalice?
So there's a couple walk-up drill targets which you've seen straight away, which is the down plunge underground extension of the resource. It's quite deep. There's been some drilling that's plus 700 metres vertically. We'll follow that up straight away with some deep holes. But to the south of the pit is where I really see some upside and walk-up drill targets there. There's mineralisation at surface which has had drilling done in it. It hasn't been followed up really at all. We'll put some more holes in that and then see if we can wrap that into the new resource. But then also to the east, there's a potential for a parallel eastern lode in the footwall, which we'll look at too. Surface anomaly shows about a 2 kilometre strike along that, which has had drilling only down to about 40 or 50 metres. Nothing to the fresh either, so we'll chase that up too. And there's also a couple of other areas to the north of the pit, 700 odd metres, which hasn't been touched along strike. And then to the south is also limited by the tenure and the boundary of that, which we see being prospective as well. So it's great. There's probably 4 or 5 different walk-up drill targets, but 2 really important ones are that underground down plunge extension as well as the near surface open pitable material.
Westgold is taking a 19.9% stake as part of the transaction. What does this support mean to Chalice?
So having Westgold there is fantastic, right? For a company our size, having a backer now as a tier 1 WA gold miner is going to be really, great, to be honest with you. In small terms, the potential is unlocks a couple of processing hubs for us. There's a potential we can then, treat the Chalice material through Higginsville. But not only that, up north, with our other 2 projects, we've got 2 pools, which is north of the Chalice plutonic operating mill, but also Feathercap on the other side of the highway there. It's about 40 k's away from Westgold's Fortnum plant, right? So there's the optionality there, but, in the future that, we potentially can end up treating that through Fortnum as well. So having that strategic partner in the background is going to be fantastic for us moving forward. What
should shareholders be watching for once the transaction is finalised and over the next 12 months?
So it's going to be pretty busy the next 12 months, with a lot of capital injection now on the back of the raise we've just done. We're looking at doing 15,000 metres of drilling around Chalice, which will be a combination of air core, RC and diamond. And that'll be in those different areas I touched on before, sort of the down plunge extension of the underground resource as well as that surface. But not only that, we'll also be doing some drilling up north at 2 pools. So we look at doing 2,500 metres commencing in June next month. So that's going to happen before this transaction with Chalice is complete. We're then going to Feathercap and doing some drilling as well. So across all 3 projects, there's going to be an immense amount of drilling in this next 6-month period. Roll into next year, MRE update, no doubt at Chalice, which I see, quite a large expansion in that sense. We'll then push that into pit optimisation and study work and see how we can get in production. And, in the next 12 to 18 months, there's no reason why we won't be breaking ground at Chalice and really making some money for the company.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you very much.